The hospital space, Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences, or KIMS, is the first corporate on our radar. The company has recorded a very strong revenue growth while the occupancies have also improved. Let's just pull up the stock. The issue price when it listed in June of 2021 was 825 rupees, and now it's at almost 1500. So it's had a fairly smooth run. And as we said, the fundamentals have also looked pretty good. So we have Bhaskara Rao, the chairman and MD at KIMS Hospitals, who joins us now. Mr. Rao, good morning, and thanks for being with us on the channel. First, I want to ask you about the occupancies. They have improved to 70% plus levels. Want to understand whether it can pick up further. And I'm also asking because, medical tourism has now come back in a big way. Are you seeing that as an incremental growth avenue, and what is the expectation for the second half of the year?
So the volumes has been definitely increased because of the lot of elective cases that were waiting for the post-COVID third wave and all stabilization. That's why the volumes has increased a bigger one, and that will continue to increase. Second important thing, as far as the medical tourism is concerned, as far as we are concerned, that we never focused mainly in medical tourism international. The reason is that the connectivity to other countries to Hyderabad is very, very poor. Now we are, this quarter actually we have done the maximum in our history. So moving forward, we are focusing more and more on the medical tourism, and moving forward, we have in Maharashtra, Bangalore, we are planning to expand. That time, I think there is a connectivity is very good. And we definitely, if not the next half yearly, maybe next year, there will be a tremendous improvement on medical tourism is concerned.
Okay, you want to give us a couple of numbers, Mr. Rao? What is the current occupancy? How do you see that shaping up? And if you want to focus more on medical tourism, as a percentage of your revenues, given that now you're not so south focused, you're moving to other parts of India as well, what could that number go to, medical tourism, as a percentage of your revenue?
As of now, we have around 1% of the medical tourism. Maybe we will try to, next 2 to 3 years' time, we'll go up to 7-8%.
Okay.
Our revenue.
All right. And occupancy is at about 62% or so, right?
So the occupancy is continuously keep growing because what happens when we are operating beds are there.
Right.
As long as we touch to the 70-75% occupancy in the operating beds, and then we'll try to improvise the more number of beds to bring into the operations.
Okay.
So we'll be able to sustain the same thing.
Right.
Depending upon the need, we keep on increasing the beds.
Right. Mr. Rao, 2 questions. One, you said from 1% you'd like to go up to 7-8% medical and medical tourism, you mean foreign patients, right? From other countries?
Yes, not international. Within... Yeah.
Okay, international. Do you have to, so how do you go? Do you have to spend more, advertise? I mean, how does this work to get these patients to your, because there are other hospital chains in India who focus on that in a pretty big way as well.
The reason is we are still getting, as I mentioned, that is around 1%. With the connectivity, we are not able to, whatever is the clinics that we are running outside the country, and already we have been done some activities there as a camps or people who can go there and do some surgeries and all. Now, once the connectivity improves, when we go to Bangalore and Bombay, then this is only nearly 2 to 3 years time down the line. We are pretty well, we are expecting a good growth in this.
One question, other expenses in the quarter went up very sharply, both quarter on quarter and year on year. What was that on account of?
See, basically we have been recruited a few more doctors, so nearly 48 doctors has been recruited. So because of that, now we have been keep changing the Sunshine where we acquired, and those we are recruiting more and more doctors. So initially when the doctors comes, it will be a cost for the company. Over a period of time that we'll be able to nullify. That's why the cost has gone up. So
I'm sure to increase connectivity, because this is something that you've mentioned through the interview, that the lack of connectivity is something that is perhaps preventing medical tourism from picking up. Are there any acquisitions planned? You have done a couple of them in the past, Sunshine, Kingsway, Nagpur. Any more that you plan to do in the next 6 to 12 months? If yes, what are the geographies you're looking at? What's the amount that you have outlined?
Basically, we are looking around mostly in Karnataka and Maharashtra and part of Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
In these, we may have some opportunities in the next 6 to 12 months of acquisitions.
Okay.
Whether it may be a brownfield, semi-brownfield, or running hospitals. And the outlay may not be very huge. Whatever is the internal accruals is more than enough to fund that.
Okay, talking about these acquisitions, Mr. Rao, for both Sunshine as well as Kingsway, that's in Nagpur, the margins were much lower. And you had a plan that in the next 12 to around 18 months, you're going to scale up these margins. So give us a sense on both these two assets. What were the margins and where do you see it headed to? I believe you have ambitious plans out there.
So basically, then right now, these in Nagpur is concerned, there will be around very low margins, around 3 to 4% of the EBITDA margins that we are looking into next 3 to 4 years. We can able to match our acquired assets, what they are doing around 28-30% like that. Even the Sunshine, we are also around 14-15% when we acquired. That we are pretty well confident that we can able to achieve whatever is the mature assets in the KIMS history. We will definitely achieve those type of margins. Unless before we acquire, we will be able to assess whether we can able to achieve by maturity these things or not. If we have the focus that we can able to achieve, then only we will acquire this. We are pretty confident that these two assets will come in next 2 to 3 years. The mature units, what the KIMS are doing at the moment.
Okay, next 2 to 3 years. You said that you're looking to acquire something in Karnataka, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu in the next 1 year itself. How many beds are you looking to add? Because I think in the first half you added a little over 950 beds. What is the plan over the next 1 to 2 years?
And if everything goes smoothly, maybe another 600 to 700 beds.
By when?
By next 1 year.
Okay, all right. Just final question, Mr. Rao, before we let you go. Your average revenue per occupied bed, that was hovering, I think, in the vicinity of around 29,000. And you have repeatedly said in this conversation that you're looking at, at different other operations or, more complex surgery, so to call it. Do you see this number moving up from around this 29,000 odd?
It will definitely sustain that, and definitely year on year, because of the volume and the complex surgeries that is going to come, it will all very seasonal. And maybe slightly it can improve, because we are very, very conscious that we need to treat all the lowest socioeconomic, middle class and upper middle class. We don't focus mainly on the high-end surgical procedures. Also, we will be able to put a 3-tier system where our main focus is affordable quality care. So with that, I think there may be a slight increase, but not the figure. And we don't consider the ARPOBs and all those things is a very major important for us. We always consider that the volume growth. So once the volume comes and the ALOS brings down and the operation efficiency kicks in, the profit margins will be much, much better rather than the ARPOBs.
All right. We'll leave it there, Mr. Rao, and well put, sir. Medical treatment for all socio-economic groups, not just the rich. Thank you very much for joining us, and good luck to you on the business going forward. All right, Nishal is still with us.